Welcome to the Idiot Box Expert Podcast. I am here with Billy Ferris. To my left, your right, maybe. The cameras confuse me a little bit. My name is Paul Ancona, in the flesh. Welcome, viewers, to the first ever video. Bill?
I want to welcome all the listeners into the Facebook, was going to be Facebook Live draft. Not so much, so everyone's going to have to be listening to us now on a delay. That's fine. Same entertainment. We'll just anticipate what your comments were and share what those may have been.
Paul, you look so good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Some may have commented on your background that you have set up all kinds of ways.
Well, I mean, this is just my office. This is my living space. This is the new studio. Really, the fish tank of thoughts, the think tank, if you will.
I've also put a lot of thought into my background. So
matches your personality very.
It does.
Is that khaki on the walls?
It's an earth
tone. Didn't know they actually sold that color.
Yeah. So let's recap what happened for the last 2 years in the Big Brother draft.
Okay.
We've done it twice.
And that's all we need to talk about.
I won.
That's it. That's a good recap.
2 times.
That's a great recap.
Nope, we're gonna recap in great detail. The first year, Paul had Paul left, and I had 7 people left. And then Paul had Paul left, and I had 6 people left. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But my person won. It was Nicole. I actually was a little disappointed because I liked Paul better than Nicole back then. If only 1 year later Billy could have known that, he would have been thrilled that Paul lost. Paul of both varieties. Then last year, do you want to take that? Yeah, I'll keep taking the lead. So last year we added a twist, and we're gonna keep. Paul. You're being very unprofessional.
No. Go ahead, continue.
Okay, thank you. I apologize, listeners. We added a twist, and we're gonna keep that twist this year until the top 10. If your player wins POV, Power Veto, and the head of household in the same week, you get to steal one person from the other's team and give them one person from your team. The person who's having a player stolen from them gets to protect 2 players. And Paul is just playing videos
now. No, you keep talking. This is a lot of fun. I'll try to keep it down.
Are we boring you with games?
No. Keep recapping. This is super fun.
Okay. So you can steal. Last year, Paul stole a player from me and gave me Josh as a punishment. Josh went on to win. So, Paul, in a way, you didn't draft the winning player last year. You just gave him to me as a punishment, and I won again. The first year, Paul had
It's a bomb. You don't want to do this. No. Keep going, please. This is super interesting.
So the first year, I hate everything about you.
Okay. Oh, good.
The first year. Paul had to change his profile picture on Facebook for a week. Last year, Paul had to come be my butler for the weekend. He was a terrible butler, by the way.
It's not, service industry does not fit me.
It really doesn't. You wake up at 4:30 and ask for a glass of water one time, and
one time
the
whole
mouth
weekend
on that guy.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. So this year, Paul, why don't you tell everyone what the reward/punishment is going to be for the winner of the Big Brother draft?
So the winner of this year's draft is... so if you've listened to our previous show, especially recently, like the YouTube of it all from last month, Bill and I have been really into the lawn care now. And it's the summer season. We're really getting into taking care of our yards. And when Big Brother is over, is going to be right around the time that we're going to do our last application of Milorganite, a really good fertilizer for the lawn. So the winner gets to have the loser over to the winner's house to apply said Milorganite, or Milo for the initiated, in the hot summer sun. So, I live, just north of Atlanta. Bill lives South Alabama.
Classified.
So it's going to be warm out.
Yes.
If I do it, I'm just not going to use a spreader. I'm just going to dump a bag and just kind of kick it over. That should do really well for your yard.
If I do it, how do I say I'm not going to use Milorganite? I'm going to use a more homemade product in Paul's yard.
You're going to make in my yard?
Yes, I am.
Well,
It's good
got to
stuff.
water that in.
Good
a
stuff.
lot of water.
Well, In a way, it'll be water. So this season has started. We have seen the first 2 episodes.
Sorry, it's disgusting.
And without giving away too much, because we'll talk about this as we go, my initial very quick take is it's very exciting. We have a split house. And it seems less toxic than last year. Your quick take?
It does seem less toxic. They still have a few people in there that are looking for love or Instagram likes and all that. But it is I think the age is a higher average. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited about that, having the little older crew in there.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a good season. A much better season than we've seen in the last few years.
Okay, so to figure out who's going to have the first pick, let's do this. I'm going to think of a number from 1 to 10.
Okay.
If you can get it right, I'm going to think of a number. If you can get it right, you can have the first pick. If you don't, I get the first pick.
12. See, it's easy. First thing, you don't listen to his rules. His half birthday is coming up.
No, my actual birthday is coming up, you imbecile.
Sorry, my half birthday's coming up.
Nope.
His birthday is July 12th. Mm-hmm. So this is actually the episode, pre his birthday. So happy 36, 37?
Nope, not even close.
35.
There it is. We are the same age, I would like to point out.
No, you were 6 months older than me. It's my half birthday.
5 months.
So
you're
12, I know, is his favorite number and my favorite number.
You're December 12th. I am July 12th.
6 months.
12 minus 7 is not 6.
Maybe in Euclidean math, but...
Also, it's Tom Brady's number. But I thought I had you tricked. You get the first pick. And then we will each get 2 picks in a row after that, because it's kind of a snake order. So you're...
Got my list here. I don't want to show you everything on it real quick. I don't want to give anything away. Mm-hmm. So Bill said snake order. Bill, do you want to explain what that is for some people who might not know?
Yeah, so Paul has the first pick in the first round. I have the second pick in the first round. Mm-hmm. I will have the first pick in the second round. Paul will have the second pick in the second round. And so on, lather, rinse, repeat.
And when some people think that if this is fair or not, honestly, after the first or second pick, it's a crapshoot.
Maybe for you. I've won twice.
Well, okay.
They hear me drinking.
Okay, yeah, I gotta.
Oh, that's obnoxious. Okay, you are infuriating. Okay, you have the first pick. Who is it and why?
By the way, if you're looking at my shirt, this is Jessica, my fiance. This is her parents' restaurant in North Augusta. So if you're ever up there, go to the back porch. It's good food. Good food mood. Why are you in the dark?
I'm going to sleep until we start the draft.
Can you turn the light on? Okay. My first pick in the 2018 Big Brother draft is Winston. Winston getting a lot of hate from some people in social media because of he's a gun enthusiast. Mm-hmm. So, of course, people are going to jump to conclusions about everything else about him. But gameplay-wise, I think he's got a great social game so far. I mean, we've seen 2 episodes in the house. Right? Just a 2-night premiere. And already he seems like he's able to, not rush to win competitions. And he seems to be a leader. Right now, the leader of one side of the house, maybe. Things are starting to form. People are starting to kind of, forget the cameras are there. And... create some things. So Winston, I think, is going to be my number one pick.
Okay. And now there has been more that's happened in the house since the first 2 episodes that Paul and I, for this draft, have kind of read up on. But we're not going to spoil anything. Don't worry. So that's your first pick is Winston. Mm-hmm. All right. My first pick, and the first person with the opportunity to become a champion, is Winston's BFF, which I believe stands for best favorite friend, is Brett.
Brett.
He is staying somewhat under the radar. It looks like he's going to be a force in competitions. I think he'll do well in a lot of competitions. He said he's an American patriot who saves us from cybersecurity attacks. Which
I'm sure a guy like him with this year's theme
didn't talk it up at all.
He is, but he's got to be cringing at some of the things that they're saying.
I don't think so. The computer graphics are all very hip.
Yeah, hip to it.
Hip to the jive. So that's my first pick. I think he has the potential to go far. I think when people go for the Winston-Brett duo, they're going to go for Winston before they go for Brett.
Okay.
So, sucks to be you.
Sure.
Second pick for me is this week's HOH Tyler. For a guy that said his weakness was his brain, he was getting stone cold accurate reads on people on Thursday night.
Right.
I think a lot of people like him based on that episode and what we've seen since. And I think that he's in a pretty good spot. So that's my second pick.
My pick for now, this is the second round pick number 2, correct? I'm going to bring up a picture here of her because I have the names written down, but I remember better with the faces.
Yikes.
No, it's fine. I'm actually going to pick somebody that I was talking about pre-show, Bill, and when I said their name, he instantly started laughing at me, and that is Angela. Okay.
And what are you referencing? Who's the boss there?
I'm referencing Who's the Boss. And the reason why is because I think Angela's putting herself in a good place. There are, as far as females go in the house, there are bigger targets. As far as males go, there are much bigger targets with the males. I think Angela's actually putting herself in a better position than at least half the house.
I think there's a path you take and a path not taken. The choice is up to you, my friend.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, I got you.
Okay.
So I like Angela. Any thoughts on my Angela pick?
Showed herself to be a very strong competitor early. She'll probably be gone in a few weeks, just like Winston.
Okay, that's adorable. My next pick is Rachel Swindler.
Okay.
Another person, I think she is a evil temptress. She's the Vegas girl. So I'm also making notes of who's available, who's not available on my list. Rachel is, again, somebody who I think... when I do the draft, I know men typically win Big Brother more often.
How dare you?
Am I wrong?
Well, in the last 2 years, you had one woman, one man.
In the last 20 years?
No one can do that kind of math.
Okay. But these two, between Angela and Rachel, I think that they are cool enough to not put themselves in terrible positions right away. So I'm riding with those two right now.
So I actually had Winston and Angela in the middle of the pack on my list because I think they've made themselves pretty big targets very early. I had Rachel next on my list, so I'm a little upset you took her.
So who you got next? This is now your 2 picks.
I do have 2 picks. The first one is Fessel.
Ooh.
This is the first pick from the other side of the house now.
Yes.
I think he's a strong competitor. I think as long as his arrogance doesn't get out of control, I think of the other side of the house, I don't think he'll be targeted as quickly as Swagger C. I like to use formal names.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's his name?
Swagger
C?
Swagger C, yes. I don't like to use the...
don't like that at all.
I don't like the nicknames. I like to use the birth names. And then next is someone who's going very under the radar. You might be surprised by this pick.
Okay.
Can you guess it?
Scotty.
No. It's Haley.
Haley?
Yeah, she's going very under the radar.
It's funny. It's funny you said it because those were my next 2 on my list, not in that order, Flip, but yeah, those are my next 2.
So she was impressive to me on the first episode when they were talking about why should each group be safe, she really took the lead there and made a strong argument that actually convinced Tyler to use that argument. So I see the early stages of someone who can convince people to believe their side of the story, and that's an important quality to have. And she's also very under the radar on that side of the house. She's not going to be the first or second person targeted from that side of the house.
Smart. I really like those picks.
Her.
Those were my next two picks.
I want her and Bailey to form an alliance so they can be Hey Bay, and that'll be easy to say.
Bay Hey. That's not.
No, that sounds stupid.
Okay. My next pick is Bailey. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, I should probably.
Yeah. Okay, now you're just copying me.
Okay, did you hear that? Did anybody see that?
No, didn't hear it at all.
Okay, good. Mine is Bailey. Is next. Bailey really rose up on my list when she was talking to Swaggart C. Trying to talk him down. She immediately was in the game. She knows what's going to be detrimental to him. She likes him. She's trying to really align with him. And I think that took a lot of maturity, especially in the beginning when everybody's all hyped up and going crazy and it's just, it's so new. She kept her head in the game pretty quick, and that was really impressive. And, right now, she's flying under the radar as well. She's not going crazy. There's no screaming or fighting or anything. So Bailey is my next pick. After that is Sweet Sam.
She was second to last on my list.
She was? Well, it's because you have terrible judgment.
No, listen, she's very nice.
She is very nice, and I'm banking on that. And the thing is I think that she's smarter than she gives off. I think that she's going to be a tough person as far as physical toughness, maybe not emotionally tough, which is fine. We've already seen her cry a little bit, but I know she got punished, and her punish is pretty. I like the punishment, but it's a pretty rough punishment.
But
not
that's
to
good
physically beat a half down.
Sometimes the punishments aren't really punishments, though. This is a good punishment.
Right.
She could be using this. I was talking to my sister about this, and she said, a better player could be using this punishment to their advantage, because every time you come back into the house as a person, everyone's going to want to talk to you.
True.
So.
Okay, so those are my two picks.
Okay.
You're up. Bill?
My next pick is someone that I'm slightly annoyed by. Namaste. I'm gonna pick Caitlin,
okay.
The 24-year-old life coach.
Knock her out of my number 15 spot. Brokenhearted.
I don't think she's gonna win. I think the winner's already been picked at this point. I think she's gonna last for a long time. People in the house seem to like her.
Okay.
Also,
sure.
She can see people's auras, so when someone has a very red aura, she can get rid of them. Like Rachel on your team, very red aura. Very aggressive.
You're giving a red aura, so.
Well, you know what? You have a red shirt on, so.
Hey.
She has essential oils. She has sage. Toasted sage, even, I think. And she's going to, she's already manifested her victory, so on the off chance she's right, I'm not going to take that kind of chance.
I hate everything you're saying.
You hate it?
See, this is the thing, is you guys are getting like this 20-minute blip of us right now. This is him all the time. This is how he acts when we're on the phone, when we're in our group chat, when we're facing. It doesn't matter. I'll get a message. He'll find an article about Big Brother, and he'll sign it Namaste. Billy.
I mean, hey, she's on the team, so.
All right, who's your next pick?
Team Namaste in the game. My next pick is someone I actually thought, based on preseason, was going to annoy me, but has not been annoying at all in the house. And that is JC.
JC.
I think he's in a good spot. I don't think anyone is targeting him. And I think if he can keep himself kind of toned down and not go over the top with things, I think he's going to last a very long time.
Okay. Good spot. You knocked off my 15th and 14th seed. So, I guess it's good picks. It's good picks for me.
Well,
you're leaving big people on the board.
Based on last year, that means I maybe just picked the winner.
I feel like your team is literally the Cleveland Browns right now.
Everyone's due.
Okay. My pick.
Mm-hmm.
I have Casey next.
Okay.
Okay. She is the football player.
Yep.
She is again on a side of the house we're really just now delving into. She's going to be strong. The thing that I like about her is she was also punished, and she's taken it in stride.
Her punishment was disproportionate to Sam's punishment.
Absolutely, but she's taking it in stride. She's having a lot of fun with it. She seems like a really cool person, really laid back in the house, which is key, especially in the beginning. The thing I like about her, and the same thing with Bailey and some of the few people on my team, because I think, and Bill could probably agree, this house has a lot of tryhards in it. A lot of people who are trying to play super hard right now. I think more so than
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So Casey is one of mine. And the next one...
I think that is the one I'm going to regret leaving for you to take.
Really?
I think Casey's the one I'm going to regret letting you get.
Yeah, no. You when JC gets voted out in week 3, you're like, probably should have gotten Casey.
How dare you?
My next pick is somebody who I think we could all relate to at some point in our lives. It's somebody who this is really, it's a reach. I'm reaching a little bit on this pick,
okay.
But this is going to be somebody who, if I win with this person, it's because they floated their way to the end and they bitter jury, which is a great thing to have in your back pocket. And that's Scotty. Okay. Scotty Too Hottie. He's going to be a floater. He's going to be an extra number. He doesn't pose a threat to anybody. He's going to be a super nice guy. Now, granted, he could be super weird at some point. That could hurt my game. But I think Scotty is one of those people that if he floats to the end, he could win it all because of bitter jury, and that would be a wonderful thing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. My last 2 picks.
Somebody's going to get stuck with Steve.
Number one. My second to last pick. Swagger C.
Good.
Here's the thing.
I'm not picking him.
I don't think, clearly.
I have something to say.
Clearly, because I just did. I think he's not going to win. He's being too arrogant.
No.
And the thing is, I would rather have him on my team than against it. At this point, that is good value. The leader of one side of the house is good value at this point in the draft.
I think Swaggy C is somebody I hope to get out in the next week or 2.
How?
One, he gave himself a nickname. That's a big no-no for me.
Well, that's because
he is arrogant.
It's because you don't get it.
He acted like he had all the power in the house when he got to save some people. That's not power. The HOH is really the true power. And power veto is a true power. Saving people, I think, is actually a terrible thing to get. He wanted to win. That's something you don't want to win, especially in the beginning. And that's right out of the book of Dan. Bill knows that.
I do know that. And here's the thing. He's making a huge mistake. He has announced he's a showman. He's announced that he's a super fan. He has won the first 2 competitions. He has painted a huge target on his back. He is not going to last, but I feel like he's also someone who's going to get himself a veto to save himself. And, they don't call him Swaggy C for nothing. His words.
I hate
his
everything.
Words, not mine.
I hate everything about you.
His words.
Everything about you. I don't care. You keep saying it because you know it annoys me.
That's true.
You're a bully.
You're a bully.
Our viewers can see this now, face to face. Look at the smile on your face. You're a bully.
No, our listeners can hear it, and they know that I'm being truthful.
In this case, they are going to be both listeners, because we're going to have this in audio and video format.
Well, when the podcast comes out, they'll be viewers. But
I think everything about you.
My last pick. This is a big one. All right.
So if you hear buzzing, that's my garage door opening. The lady has to go to work. So I apologize for the ambient noise. Let me point it out so everybody can hear it. And now just do nothing but listen to that noise.
Okay, then. My last pick is a guy.
There's a terrible pick. Swaggy C, terrible pick.
Swagger C. Use his formal name.
Chris.
Swagger C.
Chris.
All right. My last pick is a guy who I thought was going to be subtle. I thought he was going to be subtle. I thought he was going to take a page out of Derek's book. The undercover cop going in, and Steve has acted like nothing but a cop the whole time he's been in there. In fact, someone said, like, I feel like every sentence he says off camera starts with, I'm no cop, but. So I'm taking Steve because I think an undercover cop does take a little while to get going, but if he can really slip into the role, now that he's identified who people are, if he can slip into the undercover role,
timeout.
Maybe he makes some noise.
This line of BS is exactly that. It's BS. I know what you did.
What?
You're blowing a pick.
No.
No. Let me finish. This is aggressive.
Very aggressive. It's like last year's Big Brother.
You're blowing this pick because you know he's probably he's not long for this competition. Okay, he falls in the so don't no because the last pick is Rockstar. I'm getting Rockstar by default.
So we're okay calling someone Rockstar who isn't a Rockstar.
You call him Swag AC.
I call him Swag.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
He has all of the swag.
This is unbelievable.
What song does she sing? What instrument does she play?
How do you know she doesn't? On a live feed, she was dancing, and she has moves.
What's a raven? She's a better dancer.
She's a better dancer. Raven's very brave. Okay.
Very brave.
Very brave. That goes without saying. But...
Well, you just said it, so it doesn't. But
Rockstar, Angie. Angie, right? Is that her real name? I don't know.
It is.
Angie, Rockstar, whatever. You know what? That's fine. She could live on my team. I don't have a name for my team yet.
Why are you so aggressively mad that I took Steve?
Because you blew a pick just so I'm stuck with this.
Well, I'll take her if you don't want her.
Pick. I think Angie is a better Big Brother player than Steve.
Yeah, I think she's been fine so far. She ain't gonna win.
Do you think Steve has a better chance of winning than Angie?
Well, based on our past history, I think everyone on my team has a better chance than everyone on your team.
I'd hang on you if I could.
Well, you can't. So here's the thing. No matter how much you want to right now.
We're giggling.
Here is my team. AKA Team Namaste.
Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah. Brett.
Okay.
Tyler.
Fessel.
Haley. Caitlin. Namaste. JC. Swagger C.
You can't even keep it together.
And Steve. That's the team. That's a team of champions. Yes, we're champions.
I'm going to be Team Alpha Male.
Cody's not on your team.
It's a throwback. Throwback for Saturday.
Oh,
Saturday.
It's ironic because you have a bunch of betas.
My screen didn't freeze. I'm very upset with you.
Do you want me to read your team, or are you going to read your team?
I'll read my team. Team Alpha Male.
Okay.
Winston.
It's not very inclusive.
I love how my team's I got to think of a new name. I did Alpha Male. It's Winston, and then immediately 2 females.
5 females. Winston 1, 2, 3, and then 5
4. Oh, yeah, 5 right in a row.
You could just say Team Alphas.
Billy's a sexist. Winston. Angela. Rachel. Bailey. Sam. Casey. Scotty Too Hottie. And Rockstar.
Okay, so here's the people from your team that I would like to get.
Okay. Oh, did you already explain that rule, or was I playing Fruit Ninja?
I did. That's when you were playing Fruit Ninja, so our people, the listening, might not get it. If someone wins the HOH and the Power Veto on the same week, as I look up and Nick Markakis has just hit a grand slam against the Cardinals.
I know. I just got the update on my phone on MLB app.
Suck on that, viewer Tim, Cardinals fan.
Oof.
So
I'm gonna tag him in this so he knows that he's been called out officially.
Yes. So that's very off topic. I apologize. That's not going to age well, but
with the listeners who go back years to listen to our podcast.
Right. And the Braves aren't even playing the Cardinals. It's
right.
It's November. But so
Angela.
If someone wins the HOH and the Power Veto in the same week, the person who has that player gets to steal someone from the other team while giving someone that they don't want back to the other team. The person who's getting a player stolen from them gets to protect 2 people. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, that's only going to last until there's 10 people left.
Now, let me ask you a question, because I don't remember what we did last year in the case of a double eviction. When there's
we don't do it during a double eviction.
We don't do it during a double eviction. Because again,
it's too fast.
It is too fast, and we can't... And really the big thing is some very rarely, but sometimes when that happens, one of us might be 15, 20 minutes behind the other one, so there's not enough time for us to really...
Now, if we're both watching live during a double eviction and we say, hey, I'm watching live, or you, then maybe we'll do that. But we don't have to during a double eviction.
Yep.
Conveniently, whoever is the one who was on the bad end of that's going to be like, oh, I got a phone call, I'm not live, don't tell me what happened. But, that'll be Paul because he cheats.
So is there anything you want to do to close out?
Well, yeah, what I'm saying is, and I'm comfortable saying this right now because the game can change. The game can change very quickly, so I'm comfortable saying who I want from your team right now because a week later I may not want this person. The people I wish I could get from your team are Rachel. Mm-hmm. Who do you want from my team?
The one I was targeting, my number 2 pick, was Tyler. I was having a lot of problems deciding if I wanted him or Winston as my number 1, and I went with Winston only because I do like Tyler. He wanted to win the first HOH. I think that's a terrible move. Your first move in the house is winning the first HOH, and that's the only reason why I went down number 2. That's his only flaw. I think the kid's smart. He's athletic. He's a likable dude. And he looks like he's the spawn of, what's his face from 3 seasons ago?
Frank.
Yep. So.
Okay. So that's it. We'll update you as we go here, but that's our teams.
That's our teams. And if you guys are listening on the podcast, we're going to go on towards the end of our show. And if you're watching our video now live, thank you for taking the time and thank you for the patience. I know we were supposed to have a live video. Facebook and Skype developers apparently have no idea what they're doing. But thank you for tuning in anyway. And we enjoy everything you guys do for us.
Goodbye to you.